I'm Heyzeus, and today I'm going to be dropping a red pill on the CSGO skin scene. We might look like nice guys on the outside, but the truth is, we're actually a bunch of ferocious predators, hunting skins to oblivion with a ravenous hunger, and much of our quarry now teeters on the precipice of extinction. Think I'm being hyperbolic? Well, yes, I am, but there are a lot of skins in CSGO that have become very rare and very expensive because so many of them have been used in trade-up contracts that there's almost none left. Recently, I did a video on a trade-up I used to do using Rising Sun skins, a trade-up that made me tons of money back in the day and meant I was constantly using up several different Rising Sun skins in trade-ups. Skins that are now completely and utterly irreplaceable and are probably never going to be dropped again. And as a result of me and a handful of other people pumping out this trade-up day in, day out for years, these skins are now so rare that they're about 20 times as expensive as they were back in 2017, almost entirely due to trade-ups. And this is not an isolated example, in fact, it's super common. As I said, we are a bunch of ferocious predators, and we've done this to a whole bunch of skins. So you might know about the 1337426.9 Dragon Lore, the number one best conditioned Dragon Lore in existence, a fairly infamous skin, and unless Valve brings back Dragon Lores as drops someday, which is very unlikely, there is never going to be a better conditioned Dragon Lore crafted, and it's because the skins you'd need to craft a Dragon Lore with a better float don't exist anymore, because they were all used up making this thing. In fact, this Dragon Lore has a better condition, a lower float value than every single M4A1S Knight, every single Desert Eagle hand cannon, all but one CZ Chalice, every single P2000 chainmail, every single MP9 Dark Age. They've all got worse floats than this Dragon Lore. There's been a wipeout. This thing is impossible to beat. Sorry, China.
女士们、先生们，大家好。
And did I mention the skins in this collection have gone up in price about 1000% because we've used up so many of them in trade-ups like the P2000 chainmail? We've done a pretty good job with these. They're definitely on the endangered species list at this point. Now, you'll notice the two main themes with skins like these. Firstly, they're from some collection that's been discontinued, so the supply's been cut off. Secondly, there's something that can actually be traded up for that people want. So, for example, there is a collection of skins called the Aztec Collection, one of the first ever introduced to CSGO, discontinued in late 2013, although they were brought back briefly for Operation Vanguard, but either way, it was never dropping for long, and it was years and years ago at this point. But even today, you can get all of the skins in this collection for a couple of dollars. These are relics from the early days of CSGO, but it's like they're the reject goods being sold at the discount warehouse. But the reason for that isn't hard to figure out. These skins are shit. That's why they're so cheap, no one wants them. But if we look at the Dust Collection by comparison, so this is a collection of skins released and discontinued at the exact same time as the Aztec Collection, it's a very different story. So even the cheapest Dust Collection skins are as expensive as the best stuff in the Aztec Collection. And the mil-spec skins? Well, they're going for at least $50 each. And the reason for that is pretty simple too, because these skins can be used to trade up for Desert Eagle Blazers, which just happens to be the most valuable Deagle skin in the game. And people, including me, have used so many of these shitty mil-spec skins in trade-ups to try and get Blazers that they've been pushed up to these absurd prices. Now, it's obvious based on how expensive these skins are and how much more expensive they've gotten over the years that we're running out of them, and the numbers show just how this is happening. So, normally, each tier of skins is 5 times rarer than the tier below it. The only exception is knives, which are more like 2.5 times rarer. So, for every one restricted skin that gets dropped, there should be 5 mil-spec skins dropped. And if the numbers are any different, it's because of trade-up contracts. And according to Float.db, there's 25,000 Blaze skins in existence, so in theory there should be 125,000 each of the Snake Camo, the Copperhead, and the Coppers. But in fact, there's only 13,000 Snake Camos, 4,000 Copperheads, and 4,000 Coppers. The Blaze should have been 1/5 as common as any of these skins, but instead, it's more common than all of them combined. Also, you can see that people have generally used copperheads and coppers for blaze trade-ups. That's because they were actually a lot cheaper until recently, so snake camos are a lot more common, but you can see how most of these skins have been used up in blaze trade-ups. And fun fact, it's only going to be possible for people to craft an extra 5,250 blazes at this point with the skins that are left. Probably less, actually, because a whole bunch of the skins are going to be stuck in vac banned or abandoned accounts. So, as I said, these skins are going extinct. Now, so far we've only looked at skins from old collections that haven't been dropping for ages, where the supply has been completely cut off, but it can happen to skins from cases too. So there's a number of cases in CSGO that have gotten so expensive that the skins may as well have been discontinued, and this has had the same result. So the Hydra case, which cost $6 a case after it became a rare drop in 2017, has two particularly valuable skins, the Onitaji and the Hellfire, and all the less desirable purple and pink skins in the case have become quite expensive because so many of them have been used in trade-ups. So the Cobra Strike and the Sugar Rush are the best examples of these. One of these factory new will set you back more than $30 these days. There's also roughly the same number of each of them as there are for Onitajis, which is a pretty clear sign a lot of them have been used in trade-ups. Now, the Hydra case obviously isn't as extreme as some of these older collections because it's newer. Give it 4 years and it might be. It just isn't yet. But going back to these older skins, there is a few collections where this sort of stuff has been taken to a real extreme. So one example is the G3 SG1 Chronos, which is used as a trade-up input for the Poseidon, which is then used as an input for the Medusa. And since Operation Hydra ended, which was the last time the Chronos would have been dropping, its price has gone up about 500%. But not only that, just look at these numbers. So there is about 2,200 Chronoses, there's about 6,800 Poseidons, and there's about 4,400 Medusas. And again, Chronoses should be multiple times more common than both of these skins. Specifically, there should be 2.5 times more Chronoses than Poseidons and 12.5 more Chronoses than Medusas. But instead, it's significantly rarer because over the years, almost all the Chronoses that have ever been dropped or ever been created from trade-ups have been used in other trade-ups for better skins. This skin has been hunted to near extinction. In fact, I think we need to break out the red list for this. I'm going to classify this species as endangered. Primary threats, hunting. Rates of poaching have increased due to lucrative new markets emerging in China over the last 24 months. Okay, yeah, I think that looks about right. But there is an even crazier example. You see, you may be aware of a skin called the Glock Fade. It's worth like $1,000 these days. Fun fact, I got mine a year and a bit ago when it was only worth $480. That was a good pickup, but naturally, there's a lot of interest in trading up for these things because, you know, it's worth a lot of money. You could make a lot of profit if you get one. And to do that, there's two skins you can use, the Negev Anodized Navy and the Org Hot Rod. But the collection these skins are from only dropped for a brief period in 2013. They were rare to begin with, and after 7 years of people using these things to trade up for Glock Fades, well, look at this. So the Negev Anodized Navy has gone from $1 to $200. The Org Hot Rod has also gone from $1 to $200, which, by the way, is $50 more expensive than a Chronos. These things have just been destroyed by trade-ups. Their prices have gone up about 20,000%. But when I looked up how many of these skins actually exist, I found something odd. Despite how expensive anodized navies and hot rods are, there's still quite a lot of them. So there's about 2,000 Org Hot Rods and about 1,000 Negev anodized navies, which is less than the 5,800 Glock Fades out there, but still much bigger numbers and made sense to me. I mean, there's only 9 Hot Rods and 11 anodized navies on the Steam market. I mean, these aren't exactly great play skins. Are there really a couple of thousand people with these $200 skins just sitting around in their inventories who can't be bothered to sell them? Well, as it happens, I don't think so. I think a lot of these skins that are left are in vac banned or abandoned accounts. the true number of these skins that can still be used in trade-ups is probably much, much lower. So I'm going to be putting them on the critically endangered list, but hey, at least some of them are going to survive in trade banned accounts. I guess you could call VAC bans Valve's version of a nature reserve for skins. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.